Howdy, I'm Al the dog trainer. Hey, thanks for watching this video. Today I'm going to be talking about what do you do when your German Shepherd runs out of the garage. Now, obviously this can be a big problem because if your dog gets out into the neighborhood, any number of things could happen. Obviously the thing that I fear the most, which is my dog getting hit by a car, a dog fight, just any of those things, maybe even getting lost. So you definitely want to make sure that you train your German Shepherd how to actually stay with you each and every time that the garage door is open and they are out there with you. Most cases where this happens, it's because the dog is inside the home and either the door to the garage and the garage door are both open. I'm going to tell you one of the things that I do with my puppies that may be useful for you. So I'm very particular about keeping one door closed while the other one is open. Just that way it's a nice safe barrier. So that's the training that I'm going to do for myself. But the main thing that I want to do is I want to train my dog on actually how to handle this kind of situation. So the first tool that I ever recommend that you use with your dog is you use your leash. Now, the tool that I like, the leash that I like for any kind of basic training is the British Slip Lead, and you can find the link down in the description below if you'd like to find one. However, okay, having your leash on the dog is really going to help you. So let's just say that you know that your dog is struggling with that. The first thing that you would do before you opened any of these doors is you would have your leash on. Now it is going to be important at some point to establish where the boundary is. The easiest way for dogs to actually understand where a boundary is for you to have your leash, have it completely slack, have the dog cross the boundary, and then immediately after that apply pressure, leash tension down to the dog, and then it should be gentle in the beginning, but it should be assertive at the same time. Once the dog has crossed back inside of the boundary of where you want them to be, then you should relax. One of the bigger mistakes that people make whenever they're establishing boundaries is that we'll prevent the dog from crossing the boundary. We'll use our stay commands and all of this to get the dog to stay, where it actually would be better for your dog, especially when it comes to the garage door, that you actually let the dog cross the boundary so that way you can use your leash to show them that the leash does go tight when they cross and it will go slack whenever they come back in. That's only a little bit of the work. That work would be most important in the beginning and then towards the end of the training, because you want to actually allow your dog to make the mistake whenever there's any of those distractions that are so powerful, like a squirrel, like another dog, or anything that would be particularly distracting for your dog. Now, 99% of the work is actually to show the dog what it's supposed to do when it's in the garage. And there's a couple of things that I can recommend. Teaching your dog how to stay on a place or on a rug in a down would be very useful. But the other thing is just showing your dog that maybe they're jumping out of the car and you're heading back inside the house, that they are to move with you from the car into the home, and that those two things, being on their place if you're spending time in your garage or moving back into your home, would be highly, highly rewarded. Well, guys, I hope that's helpful. If you have any questions about this topic, I'd love to hear from you. Again, my name's Al the dog trainer. Thanks again for watching. Take care.